Okay, please wait, the meeting host will let you in. Santa Monica Police Operation Personnel Meeting Room. Test computer. Okay, I'm going live to talk to the police. This is my live broadcast of the interview. Check, 1, 2, check. Check. Check, 1, 2, check. Check. Oh. Okay. That's good. I'm all set up, ready to go. I'm just waiting for the host to let me in. Public appeal on Facebook for people who want to follow my run for politics, run for office. I thought it was very important after the events of March 31st, where our city was just destroyed. A beautiful city. A city like no other city. And yeah, so here we go. Okay, let's get this thing rolling. Good morning. Let me see. Join with computer audio. Start my video. Okay.
John, are you there?
I'm there.
We can hear you, but we can't see you. Is that on purpose?
Nope. Let me try to get the video going. Let me start video. Okay. So.
Hey, John. If you can hear me while you're doing that, just wanted to say a couple of things. We have about 25 minutes.
So.
Are you on the gondola?
Yeah, that's me on the gondola.
At
Video.
some point, we're gonna call you back and have the same for us.
Absolutely. Under the old tree by the Miramar Hotel. I was in a meeting with them till like 12 at night last night. I totally support the new Miramar. Oh, okay. Hallelujah. Okay. So,
I can't believe that's a pipe.
I'm a nice man here, so I'm gonna have to recuse myself.
you can.
Make it fair for you.
Okay, so I'm the chief. You can't. Get it? The chief, the new chief. Okay. So I wanna start it off with. I can already tell you guys are in officer friendly mode, and you're not all ticked off. You know, on purpose. Like get up in the morning, open that car door, and time to get ticked off. No, it's time to be officer friendly with your councilman candidate John Jewell. So let me just entertain you for a second, like as if you were on the gondola. Okay, relax. I got a good one for you. Hold on. Behind this magic door. Okay. Okay. You ready? So I'm running for city council. We don't need another one of these. We don't need this. We don't need another one of these. And we don't need fuzzy fur, purple handcuffs and pink fuzzy fur handcuffs. We don't need one of these. What we do need is somebody who's going to tell the kids, somebody who's going to tell people what the laws are. They're very simple. There's only 10, you know. And I keep these with me by my bedside. I kept them with me on the gondola. And why am I running? I mean, what in the heck is this guy that, you know, this entertainer doing? I was sitting at home, March 31st, and all this ruckus started. Unbelievable. It just kept growing. I'm singing to the choir, but I know that, you know, it's very important. I was called to run, so I went and got me a nomination paper, and I went up to Vaughn's, and I started asking people if they'd vote for me. An overwhelming amount of people wanted to know if we would recall the chief. Another overwhelming amount of people weren't also concerned with that, but the entire thing upset a lot of people. Obviously, you don't want a guy in there, you don't want this guy in there who doesn't know how to do the business of the city. Ever since I got 82 to 100 signatures to run, they barely asked me any questions. They were just like, anything's better than what we got. I've spent 18 hours a day as if this city was my own business. I've studied every questionnaire, every group, the firemen, the educators, the Miramont Hotel, the developers, the small neighborhood, the Pico Rivera interest, the cultural, and it all comes down to this. When you don't know what to do, just check out the 10. And some of the things that I promise you is that I will never reimagine the police. I'm really tired of reimagining things. It's getting way out of control. I mean, let's stop calling buffalo chicken wings boneless chicken wings. Chicken comes from a bone. And you might have heard this before. It's pretty popular now. Some guy with long hair. But we're lying to the kids about the police, about chicken wings not having bones. We need to, we need to stop calling boneless chicken wings boneless, because chickens have bones. So, my wife didn't want me to say that, but I saw that. I knew that you'd get a chuckle. Here's the thing. The city was, I don't know if you guys paid attention to the meeting where they were reimagining the police. I was, no, it was awful. They're talking, yeah, you did, some of you probably did catch it. No, defunding the police means this. They've got a 41-page manifesto. It's incredible. No chokeholds. No means of transport that could restrict or suspend breathing. No pepper spray or tear gas for controlling crowds. Taking away the awesome military vehicle that we have to just get a presence when we need it. No militarized police responses. I'm supposing that's you guys with no protection when you go out there. Intervention specialists, that's what I call them, you know, social workers. Intervention specialists. You know what, this is actually where there's a legitimate movement to remove the chief of police. I don't know, I know she's working hard, and she did eventually call the National Guard. That was good, but all of this is happening because of the decision that was made and how to respond to what was going on. And I know nobody there is afraid of putting some people in check or using your Taekwondo skills, and you were just not allowed to. And because of this stuff has already begun way before this. So they're looking at cutbacks for giving money to Santa Monica College, believe it or not. They want the sworn police officers, like the fire investigators. They've eliminated the jobs for the sworn police officers that investigate arson at a time when buildings are burning. There's clearly a conflict of interest when a social worker sits on the radio that has a client that knows you're coming, that can warn them that you're coming. First of all, they're not supposed to share any of that person's secret counseling and therapy with anyone. So it's actually illegal and unconstitutional. But in these days, the prosecutors don't know the law. They don't read this stuff. They believe chicken wings don't have bones. These people that are in charge are working on a complete remake of our society. You already know. But what else? Police officers are going to be forced to go to Santa Monica College sports events so that they can be familiar with peoples of color, so that they can be over there while looting goes on. I don't know. It's crazy. Police officers don't need to be forced to go to community African cultural. Put my foot in my mouth. But this is what they want. So this is what I heard, and I'm repeating what I heard, which is they want to use some of the reimagined funds to go to the Santa Monica College to enhance the BLM movement and BLM cultural activities, and to have the police go to get familiar with what these people look like. I mean, honestly, 47% of the LA Police Department are American-Hispanics. That's a word I created. American-Hispanic, Latino, Caucasian. My grandson is an American-Hispanic, Caucasian. I sat down with my son, and the first day that we met, I said, look, you and I look different. Sit there and stare at me as long as you need to. Get used to me. I'm your stepdad. And I sat there and stared at him, and he stared at me. And I said, now you're going to find prejudice on both sides of the family. You're going to run into it. But you can always count on me to unite us. You've got culture. You're an American, Hispanic, Caucasian. Our kids are going to grow up to be smart and great and good looking. You can lean on that. You don't need any outside influence over your decisions and how you feel about people. Race has no part of this. I hope you like me. I will stand with you. I will fight. I will do everything. I have the energy of a chief, a wild Indian chief. I have the energy, the years, and the stamina. I'm ready to take this on. I'm done with gondola. I'm done with opera. I want to be in the council, and I'm preparing in every sector of the public interest and the city's interest, financially, economically. I have a plan. Let me tell you about my plan. My uncle in Toronto, yeah, I have an uncle in Canada, like the Rush song. My uncle up in Canada created a software called ExactFlat. ExactFlat is a 3D printing program that costs about $10,000 a pop. We can use HUD and my buddy Ben Carson from HUD to start opportunity zones where we can really take people that are underprivileged and help them out, get them into a place where they can rent, get this program, hire some Asian guys because they're good with technology, you know, none of them are embarrassed about that. Get some guys to help them set up this technology and bring manufacturing to Santa Monica in a warehouse. You can use the ExactFlat. 3D printers are expensive, but they'll go down in price all the time. They'll go down and down. And this is the future. This is a way to bring manufacturing to Santa Monica, where a manufacturer or there could be more than one printing outfit, because these things can print anything. Anything you need. And then there can be retailers and small mom and pop businesses that say, hey, we need touristic-y type of things like cups and flagpoles and all kinds of stuff. Can you print that? And they can print them out en masse, get them to a retailer. We can fill up our shops with merchandise that was made in Santa Monica and bring manufacturing jobs here. Union jobs are great, but the only way for a person to really, you know, like get way above is to start an enterprise. And technology is the way to do it. I think there's other areas that we could use technology to create income. And I'm pretty sure that more than 85% of the city stands with the police. You already know. So that's it. Is there any questions that you have for me? Throw me some good ones.
But, you know, our concern is, you know, public safety. You know, we don't get involved in anything else that doesn't concern public safety. You touched on a lot of things that we are concerned about. We understand some police reform and funding. Your agenda for us is what we look for and you know, endorsing a candidate or not is your view on public safety. And so you are clearly very supportive of DEP as a culprit and as a police officer. We're very thankful and appreciate your support, especially during these times. So
That's a good.
I can't tell you how important it is for us to hear that. More so than ever. I've been a cop over 20 years. All of us here have been over 20 years, and I can't tell you right now it's the most important time for us to receive that support. So thank you.
I love you. You know, you heard Bill Barr in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Those police officers didn't have cameras. You guys already have that wonderful weapon against unprecedented scandal and lies. They're lying to the public by putting stuff online. So yeah, I grew up trying to call a police officer friendly. I know it's a little bit ridiculous at my age. When I see a cop, I always say, "Hi, officer, friendly," because I hope some kid walking down the street sees me and he learns. You guys are friendly. You are our best friend when we're alone in the street, especially if we're young. Whether you are left wing, whether you are right wing, public safety is a concern for all of us. This is a thing we can all unite on. There's nothing else like this topic that can unite us and bring us out of this pandemic. The federal government wants to do more. As city councilman, which I'm prepared to be the day that the election's over and we find out who's there, I'm prepared to go to work, call up Bill Barr's office or the state attorneys and to say we need funding, we need to refund the police, we need programs to help them refund any finances that were lost. We need to get around this. Somehow we need to hire more police. We need to work together with the federal government, perhaps the FBI, so you can work with them on things until we get top investigators. Maybe some of them will come work here. That's a good place to work. There's good pensions. I've already studied the CalPERS problem. I know that the ceiling on pensions is going over what they have. I'm calling people in Sacramento to see if the Windfall Act would help out pensions, but other than the salary and how much people are paid, I'm willing to go the extra mile on my days off to make sure that the first thing I do is refund the police and create a seamless partnership with federal agents, and including maritime laws. Like if we see China suddenly popping out in the Santa Monica Bay, we need to be careful and watch out for any intruders that come through the maritime geography. So I don't have a written script. That's all off the top of my head. I think that's all I have to say.
Okay,
No, we appreciate your time, your candor, and your support very much.
Yes, sir.
yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Truly appreciate it, John, and love to hear to see you sometime.
Yeah, I'll be singing under the tree at the Miramar when they get that hotel built.
All right.
All right then. You too. Thank you.